You've been researching treks in Nepal and you keep coming across the name Manaslu and you're wondering whether it lives up to what people say. In this video, I'll try to cover everything you need to know before you go, and a few things you'll only know if you've walked this very trail. The Manaslu Circuit trek is a loop trail in Gorkha district of northern Nepal that circles Manaslu, the 8th highest mountain in the world, at 8,163 meters above sea level. The full circuit covers roughly 170 kilometers and takes 12 to 14 days depending on your pace and acclimatization needs. What sets this trek apart from the Everest Base Camp or the Annapurna Circuit is the kind of experience it gives. The Manaslu region only opened to foreign trekkers in 1991. And because it's a restricted area, meaning you must trek with a licensed guide, it has never developed the same volume of traffic as the more famous routes. On the upper section of the trail, you can go an entire day seeing only few trekkers. This solitude is genuinely rare in Nepal's most popular trails. The culture along the trail is strongly Tibetan influenced. The upper valley borders Tibet, and you'll walk past ancient monasteries, long mani walls, and villages where Tibetan Buddhism shapes their daily life in such a way that it feels completely removed from the outside world. Many trekkers who have done both EBC or the Annapurna Circuit says Manaslu feels like a real journey and less like a managed tourist experience. There are two good seasons to trek the Manaslu Circuit trek: autumn and spring. Autumn, October and November is the most reliable window. The monsoon has finished, the skies are clear, and the high pass is generally free of heavy snow. October is the sweet spot: stable weather, excellent visibility, and the trail is at its most accessible. This is the busiest time of the year on the circuit, though it is significantly less quieter than the Annapurna or the Everest roads. Spring, March, April, and May is the second good season. The lower valleys are green and the temperatures are milder than autumn. The trail is less crowded, which some trekkers prefer. April is the most dependable month. By late May, the pre-monsoon weather begins to build and the conditions are less predictable. One thing specific to this trek, the Larkela Pass is a serious crossing above 5,000 meters and it requires clear and stable weather. In winter, the pass can be buried in snow and carries a real risk. The trail is effectively closed from December to February. If you are a first-time trekker and don't have a prior high pass experience, stick to autumn and spring. The Manaslu trek permit system is more involved than most treks in Nepal, and it's the first thing you have to understand before booking this trip. You need 4 permits to do this trek: the Manaslu Conservation Area Permit, the Annapurna Conservation Area Permit, the Restricted Area Permit, and the Chum Nubri Rural Municipality Entry Permit. If you are booking a trek with us, the good news is all these permits are arranged beforehand so that you can just show up and do the trek. The Manaslu Circuit trek difficulty is generally rated challenging. It is harder than the standard Annapurna Circuit, and the Larkela crossing adds a level of physical demand that requires specific preparations. Altitude sickness on the Manaslu Circuit trek is a real consideration. The trail gains elevation steadily over many days, and the standard itinerary includes built-in rest and acclimatization days, particularly in Samagao, the main village before the pass. Do not skip this rest day. Use it to do a short hike higher up and come back down to sleep. That's how your body adjusts. The same principles that apply in any high-altitude trekking applies here. Climb high, sleep low. Drink 3 to 4 liters of water a day and avoid alcohol in higher altitude. The Larkela crossing deserves its own mention. You start very early, 2 or 3 in the morning. You'll be walking in the dark for several hours in cold conditions before the sun comes up. It's not a technical climbing, but it's a long, demanding day on snow and uneven terrain. What you find on the other side, the descent into a wide open valley with Manaslu and Himlung framing the sky above you, is one of the most striking views I've seen in Nepal. And on the lower section of the trail, the Budhi Gandaki Gorge is dramatic in its own right. Deep, narrow, and impressive. Pay attention to it. Not every highlight on this trek is above 5,000 meters. The Manaslu Circuit trek for beginners, is it suitable? It can be if you prepare properly, but I would say it is better suited for someone who has done multi-day trek before, ideally at altitude. The mental side of preparation matters too. matters more on Manaslu than on shorter, more accessible treks because you're further from rescue and the logistics of turning back are more complicated. Know your reasons for doing this and trust your guide when they give you advice about pace and rest. That relationship between trekkers and guide is what keeps people safe and gets them over the pass. If you are ready for Manaslu, start physical preparation 2 to 3 months before your departure. Long hikes with day packs, stair climbings, and regular cardio will do. If you can walk comfortably 6 to 7 hours in a day without much fatigue, you are in a good shape to do this trail. The Manaslu Circuit trek is one of the finest trekking trails in Nepal. If you have already done the Everest Base Camp or the Annapurna Circuit and you're looking for something that goes further from the tourist trail and deeper into the Himalayas, this is the trek I'll point you toward. If this video was useful, please hit the like button and subscribe. And if you'd like to organize Manaslu Circuit trek with local team, Places Nepal Treks is in the description. I'm happy to answer questions down in the comment as well. Nothing is too basic to ask. Safe travels and see you on the trail.